also starting to feel like she messed with dudes that keep the cape out on they do-rag. Hey, y'all gotta admit though, that shit was funny. Hey though, Sex Simplicity hats coming soon.
It would be like my healing chapter.
I was really excited about that.
A lot of wounds are being closed and aided at this point, and the wounds are being nurtured as well and closed up for good, you know. So I think for me, this is my chapter.
A shocking late-night incident has added a new layer of tension to the already complicated relationship between Iman Shumpert and Teyana Taylor. Reports say that Iman was spotted lurking outside Teyana's house at 3 a.m., sparking fear and a flood of rumors among fans and neighbors. This unexpected visit raised many questions about what could have possibly driven him there at such an odd hour. Things escalated quickly when Teyana, concerned for her safety and that of her daughter, allegedly called the police to report the disturbance. The incident has left fans buzzing and wondering if this signals deeper issues between the two. Could this event impact their ongoing custody battles? What does it reveal about their fragile relationship now? Eyewitnesses describe seeing Iman arrive at Teyana's residence late into the night, pacing nervously outside. Neighbors reported hearing raised voices in a confrontation that seemed heated. Concerned, Teyana reportedly contacted law enforcement to intervene. Police came to the scene and questioned Iman, but no arrests were made. Theories are swirling about whether this was a premeditated visit or an emotional impulse fueled by the pressures they're both facing. With no official explanation yet, the public remains eager for answers. This incident has only intensified the speculation around their private lives and the struggles they might be enduring. There is much speculation about why Iman chose to be at Teyana's home so late. Some insiders believe he wanted to urgently discuss custody or family matters that couldn't wait. Others think jealousy or unresolved personal conflicts, especially involving Teyana's new relationship with Aaron Pierre, might have played a role. Social media rumors suggest that Iman has been struggling emotionally, which could explain this impulsive and troubling action. Despite all this, neither Iman nor Teyana has released a formal statement clarifying what really happened. That night, fans are left waiting for more clarity as the story unfolds, fueling countless theories online. Teyana's reaction to the incident reportedly involved feelings of fear and insecurity. Seeing Iman outside her home so late at night was enough to make her feel threatened, especially considering she was protecting not only herself, but also her daughter. She took to social media to post cryptic messages hinting at crossed personal boundaries and the importance of safety. Calling the police was viewed by many close to her as a necessary step to ensure her family's peace. Friends and family have rallied behind Teyana, standing strong with her as she navigates through this troubling episode. Their support highlights just how serious this situation is for her and her loved ones. Close sources have revealed that Iman Shumpert is going through a very difficult emotional phase, burdened by the stress of ongoing custody battles and personal struggles that have taken a serious toll on his mental health. His recent late-night outburst or appearance, though details remain partially vague, has left many wondering if this is the result of accumulated frustration finally reaching its breaking point. For someone who was once known as calm, composed, and focused on his family, this recent behavior has shocked many of his fans and those close to him. It's clear that he's not in the best place emotionally, and some believe that his actions may be his way of crying out for help, even if unintentionally. Despite all the tension and separation, there's still a belief among certain people that Iman genuinely cares for Teyana and their children. However, concern is growing that repeated incidents like this could begin to cross serious boundaries. What may have initially seemed like a moment of desperation or misplaced emotion could easily be interpreted as something more alarming. In today's climate, public behavior, especially involving family conflict, gets judged quickly and harshly, and Iman's actions are no exception. While some might still give him the benefit of the doubt, it's undeniable that continuing such behavior can start to look like harassment or intimidation. That perception could seriously damage his public image, especially when legal matters are involved. In sensitive custody battles, where both character and emotional stability are under a microscope, even one incident can have a ripple effect. If he's not careful, what might have been meant as an emotional gesture could end up hurting his case rather than helping it. In fact, legal experts following the situation say this late-night event could carry significant consequences in court. The custody battle between Iman and Teyana was already tense, but now lawyers on both sides are reportedly preparing for more aggressive arguments. Sources suggest that Teyana's legal team may bring up this incident as evidence of potential instability or emotional volatility, which could lead to requests for adjusted visitation schedules or possibly even a restraining order if the behavior is perceived as threatening. The focus now turns to whether Iman's actions have introduced new safety concerns, especially concerning the children, and whether those concerns will shift the balance in court. Fans are already speculating across social media platforms, with many wondering whether this will lead to drastic changes in the custody arrangement. There's no confirmation yet about how the legal system will respond, but one thing is certain: the tension has escalated. Both Iman and Teyana are under more public pressure than ever, with every move being analyzed, recorded, and discussed online. It's not just a private matter anymore. It's a full-blown public spectacle, and that only adds another layer of stress to an already painful family conflict. The emotional impact of the situation is also being deeply felt by their respective families and close circles. Teyana's family is said to be shaken by the incident, but fully supportive of her decision to involve the police. Their main priority appears to be ensuring her safety and the safety of her children. They believe that setting firm boundaries is not just necessary, it's essential to preserving her emotional health and protecting the household. For Teyana, this isn't about punishing Iman. It's about maintaining peace and creating a safe environment where she and her children can thrive without fear or uncertainty. Meanwhile, Iman's closest friends and supporters have expressed deep concern for him. Many are now urging him to take a step back and seek professional help, not only to manage the legal complications, but also to process the emotional stress he's clearly under. They believe that Iman is not inherently harmful, but that he may be reacting poorly to the pressure he's under, especially if he feels he's losing connection to his children or grappling with the fallout of a public breakup. There's growing support among his inner circle for therapy, counseling, or even mediation to help de-escalate the situation before it turns into something more tragic or legally damaging. At the heart of all of this are the children, innocent and vulnerable, caught in the middle of their parents' emotional storm. Both families reportedly agree on at least one thing: the kids must be protected from the toxic effects of this conflict. No matter how strong their feelings may be toward one another, both Teyana and Iman are parents first, and there are calls from insiders to shift the focus away from blame and back onto the well-being of the children. Mediation, co-parenting support, and long-term therapy for both parties are now being discussed more seriously, though nothing official has been announced. Public reaction has been swift and deeply divided. On platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, people have taken sides. Many sympathize with Teyana, praising her for standing firm and protecting her home, especially in a world where women are often criticized for speaking up or enforcing boundaries. They see her response as strong, mature, and necessary. Memes have been created showing her as a symbol of strength, a woman refusing to be shaken by the chaos of an emotional ex. On the other hand, there are those who feel for Iman, seeing him as a man who is emotionally overwhelmed and unsure of how to express himself. These users argue that he may be spiraling and in need of compassion, not condemnation. They share messages encouraging mental health support for men, reminding the public that emotional suppression can lead to moments of outburst, especially when children and broken families are involved. Some people are even drawing comparisons to other high-profile celebrity breakups, where one party's emotional instability led to public scrutiny and eventual personal downfall. What's especially noticeable is how quickly this entire situation has become entertainment for some. While many call for privacy and healing, others are deeply engaged in the drama. Fan pages are updating timelines, dissecting body language in old videos, and speculating on what might happen next. There are even hashtags being used to track developments, with fans refreshing their feeds for new information daily. What was once a private family matter has become a trending topic, and the emotional weight of that attention is not lost on anyone involved. Despite the noise, there are voices, both fans and mental health advocates, urging people to take a step back. They're asking for empathy, privacy, and space for the family to work through their pain without constant public interference. They point out that fame does not protect anyone from heartbreak or trauma, and the more the situation is sensationalized, the harder it becomes for genuine healing to take place. This story, while it may be discussed in memes and headlines, is ultimately about real people navigating very real pain. It's about the collapse of a relationship, the complications of shared parenthood, and the intense pressure that comes when emotional wounds are exposed in front of the world. As the dust settles, or perhaps just begins to rise, one thing is clear: this chapter is far from over. Everyone involved is still searching for stability, clarity, and a way forward that protects what matters most. Looking ahead, there are several possible outcomes to this dramatic incident. Legal follow-up such as police reports, court hearings, or custody modifications could be expected in the coming weeks. Teyana might take extra security precautions around her home to ensure safety. Iman may choose to publicly address the event, perhaps to explain his side or offer an apology. There is also the possibility that both might engage in mediation or counseling to better manage their co-parenting challenges. Whatever happens, fans are advised to stay tuned as this intense saga continues to develop with new revelations likely. So, what do you think about Iman showing up at Teyana's house so late at night? Was it a desperate attempt to fix things, or a clear boundary crossed? Could this incident change the course of their already complicated relationship? Or might they find a way to move beyond this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe for all the latest updates and keep watching, because this story is far from over.